Falcons probably made one of the craziest moves of the year in the NFL draft with drafting Michael Penix with the 8th pick in the first round. It definitely blew my mind as a Falcons fan, but after a couple of days of thinking, I was like, is it really that bad? Well, we're going to try and see if we can see what the future holds for the Atlanta Falcons in this rebuild. And we're going to see if we can win a Super Bowl within 3 years. Without further ado, boys, let's get right into this rebuild. Alrighty, boys, the video you all have been waiting for, the Falcons rebuild. Sorry for the wait. I had to wait for the rosters to get updated. But now since they're all updated, let's go check out the team. So after the draft, this is what the team is looking like. The wide receivers are, I don't know. I'm not mad at the wide receivers, but I'm hoping they can do something. Darnell Mooney, I think I remember him getting 1,000 yards in a season before. And then obviously the big pickup of the draft season was Michael Penix. Very shocking pick, but he's not going to be playing for a couple years. So I don't know how long it's going to take for him to play in the rebuild. Honestly, I'm obviously going to start Kirk off right first year in. Second year, hopefully Kirk will play again. Third year, that's when I'll start looking into Michael Penix starting. And defense, we got Ruka starting on left end. And before we start, I'm going to give everyone that we drafted a star dev, because realistically Madden will probably give them a star dev with them being hidden. These picks are only to 150, so it's only going to be the Falcons' first 4 picks. So I think it's just Ruka Braylon Trice, Brandon Dorless, JD Bertrand, Michael Penix. So yeah, 5 of them. And I kind of made sure the depth chart was kind of how the Falcons have it right now. So we have DeMarco Hamlin starting over Richie Grant. I don't even know how he's a 74, bro. I'm surprised Hamlin's didn't get an upgrade. We also have cornerback 1, AJ Terrell, cornerback 2, Clark Phillips, and our nickel is going to be D. Elford, who actually had a pretty good season. But I know what you guys are here to see. How will the Falcons do with this new and improved team? Let's cut the chit chat and get right to midseason. Alrighty, boys. Week 8. We're 5-2, leading the NFC South like it should be. We got a breakout wide receiver. I don't know who this might be. Let's see. Or just don't load it up. For Drake London, he needs 150 yards or 3 touchdowns this game. So a lot better than I expected. Usually the Madden Sim doesn't really like the Falcons, so I'm happy about that. So looking at the players we got to re-sign, Nate Landman is interested in re-signing. I might wait to re-sign him and worry about other people for right now. And I don't even think there's that many people we have to re-sign. James Smith-Williams, probably not. Norm Norton, even though I like this guy IRL, definitely not the greatest at Madden. And then we'll have to accept Kyle Pitts' option later down in the year. Let's take a look at the stats for midseason, and it's looking pretty good. Kirk Cousins is leading the league in touchdowns. He's got 4 interceptions, 1,500 yards, not horrible. Bijan almost at 500 yards, but only 3 touchdowns. Would like to see that number go up. And then receiving, Drake London's leading our receivers with 500 yards and 6 touchdowns. Pretty good year for him. Pitts 5 touchdowns, 300 yards, nice. And then the rest of the guys have about 200, but 4 touchdowns for Darnell Mooney. Defense, nothing crazy. Yeah, 4.5 sacks for Arnold Ebike. That's about 4 more sacks than the Falcons got last year. He's got 7 tackles for loss. Interceptions, only 1 for Clark Phillips, AJ Terrell, and Troy Anderson. Well, boys, 5-2 is nice, but you know how the Madden Sim can be. Let's get to the end of the season. All right, boys, we're at the end of the season, and we make the playoffs by going 11-6. Now I'm interested to see what the stats are looking like. Taking a look at the stats, Kirk Cousins, not horrible. 31-9, not bad. 3,500 yards passing too. Bijan had 1,200 yards rushing and 9 touchdowns. Pretty good. Not really efficient though. Would like to see a little bit more efficiency out of him. Wow, Drake London. I really hope this is how this is going to go in real life. Drake London, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns, 700 yards, and 9 touchdowns for Pitts. Then everyone else had around 500 yards. Darnell Mooney had 6 touchdowns. Rondale Moore had 3. Now defense is where I'm hoping for some improvement. Doesn't look like there is crazy improvement. Braylon Trice had a pretty good year for a rookie. 6 sacks and 19 tackles for loss. Hey, as long as he improves on that number next year, I'm happy with that. Everyone else kind of had a off year, I'd say, for the defense. So the defense didn't look great, but it wasn't horrible, I'd say. Interceptions, 2 for AJ, 2 for Caden Ellis, 2 for Jesse Bates, and then 1 for Clark Phillips and Troy Anderson. Looking at the roster, so it looks like, did anyone get any upgrades here? Bijan's a superstar, obviously. And I guess the game listened to me. DeMarco Hamlin's got star dev from one of his games. Everyone looks not horrible. Not horrible, boys. I'm pretty happy with the season. All right, boys, so none of that season matters unless we get to the Super Bowl here, boys. Let's see what we can do with Kirk Cousins at the helm. All right, first offensive drive, we don't get anything done, but we hold them to 3. That's not horrible. And then we get 3 from that drive, and then we go down and score. This is looking good. They go down and get another field goal, and then we go down and score. Or no, get another field goal. Okay, and then we get a stop on the, looks like it was on the 1. He missed a field goal. That is crazy. 9-13 right now. Going into the 4th quarter, still 13-9. And now it's 12-13. Come on, we need to score. Oh my God, we get a stop. I don't know what happened. We blocked the field goal? What a game. How did we win? Okay, this is probably going to be the craziest score. 13-12. Has that even happened in NFL history? Looking at the stats, Kirk Cousins, 3 interceptions for Kirk Cousins. No interceptions for Jalen Hurts. So Kirk Cousins, what are we doing, buddy? Bijan also had not the greatest game. Tyler Algier brought it home with the touchdown. Defense didn't do horrible. We held them to 12 points, so I'm happy about that. No interceptions, obviously, and sacks. We had 1 from Nate Landman and David Onyemata. Well, half a sack, but fully it's 1. All right, let's get on to the new game, boys. All right, we are playing the Bears, who also went 11-6 with their new quarterback, Caleb Williams. Alrighty, getting into the game. First drive, we don't score. First drive, they don't score. Second drive, we score, though. Nice, and we stopped them on their second drive. 17-10, 17-7. This is looking really good. We're running the clock down. They go off and get a field goal there. It's 17-10. 24-10. I think the game is over, boys. We take the dub against the Chicago Bears. Too bad Caleb Williams couldn't make it into the Super Bowl his first year. But we win 24-7. Alrighty, off to the NFC Conference Finals. It looks like we're playing the Sim Gods, Dallas Cowboys. Going into our first offensive play, we get a field goal, not horrible. And they get a field goal too. Defense is holding up. Alright, never mind. It's 10-3 now. Great. Alright, boys. I think this is where our luck runs dry. Yeah, Dallas is going to maybe take this game. We're still holding. Got another field goal. It's 13-6. Now it's 13-9. Now it's 29. I don't know. Yeah, no. We're not coming back from this. Yep. We lose the game 20-15. Let's check out the stats of the game, boys. So, stats of the game. Kirk Cousins still a little iffy. A touchdown and an interception. Bijan, not the greatest game, but wasn't the greatest script for him. Drake London, 5 catches for 72 yards and a touchdown. Not horrible. Defense tried their best. Braylon Trice kind of stepped up. 1.5 sacks. Nate Landman had 1. And Ruka Rororo had half. No interceptions for us, though. All right, boys. Well, that was that season. Let's get on to the next season. And let's see if we get any upgrades on during the offseason. Looks like the Super Bowl is Dallas and the Ravens. MVP was Dak Prescott. I don't think we had anyone on here. Yeah, no. But Josh Allen was second. JJ McCarthy was third. Aaron Rodgers was 5th. Aaron Rodgers was 4th. Caleb Williams was 5th. Defensive Player of the Year was Micah Parsons. We had no one again, darn it. Offensive Rookie of the Year was JJ McCarthy. The roster's a little messed up, so Bijan Robinson came 3rd, but we had no one else from this draft. Defensive Rookie of the Year was Devin Witherspoon, but it would have been Braylon Trice if Devin Witherspoon wasn't a rookie, so that's great. Well, that's nice to know that Braylon Trice is on the up. Well, I'm happy on how we did this season, but we got to move on to next season. Let's get to re-signing these guys. Going into year 2, we got $41 million in the cap. Obviously, we're going to take Kyle Pitts' option. And I think we're not going to re-sign anyone. I don't think there was anyone that we really needed to re-sign. We might re-sign Kevin Smith just to have the fullback spot filled out. Perfect. He stays with us. All right, that's it. Let's head to free agency, boys. Drake London is now a superstar. We will take that. That's perfect for us. Bijan Robinson, obviously still a superstar. Offense looks pretty fine. I wouldn't mind getting maybe a new right tackle and maybe most likely a left tackle because Jake Matthews is getting old. And maybe looking to getting a wide receiver too. Defense right now, probably looking to get rid of Grady Jarrett. He is getting old. David Onyemata is also getting pretty old too. But for defense, we definitely got to look at getting another cornerback. Maybe look at another middle linebacker. And then just a solid edge rusher. I think that's what we need. But with Kirk Cousins' season success last year, I think he's definitely going to be starting another year, depending on in mid-season if he's still doing well. So free agency, let's go take a look if there is any cornerbacks here. No great cornerbacks in this free agency for right now. Same with right outside linebackers. Not many guys at middle linebacker either, but I think I'm going to take a look at Chris Barnes, give him a low-risk contract, because he is a scheme fit and he does want to come to Atlanta just to fill out some depth. This is just not looking like a good free agency. agency, boys, so we might probably have to sit this one out. Let's check out wide receiver. Ooh, okay, not horrible wide receivers. I wouldn't mind getting Amari Cooper just to help us out. I think that's what we're definitely going to do, just so we have a free agency move in there. Give him a low-risk contract. Give Kirk Cousins a little bit of extra help to push us through to that Super Bowl there. It doesn't hurt because he also does kind of want to come here too. All right, we got our guys that we're targeting. Let's see if we can get them now. And it looks like we got Chris Barnes and Amari Cooper. Let's go, boys. So I just put Grady Jarrett and David Onyemata on the block, and it looks like that we're getting some good offers. Kamari Lassiter would be kind of nice, but I feel like giving up David Onyemata and Grady Jarrett is a lot right now. So we might have to wait and hold off on that. So it seems like the Dolphins are interested in taking Richie Grant. Let's see if we can trade him a pick. All right, we're going to trade Richie Grant for a 5th round pick this year, and it goes through, obviously. We'll take that 5th round pick. Hopefully we can get some kind of late round steal out of it. All right, boys, now that we're done in free agency, let's get started in the draft. Looks like we're picking pick 29th, so it's going to be a little bit till we actually pick, but we're going to sim past and then see who is available. I looked at the draft, and it wasn't all that great. It was very quarterback and tackle heavy, which is all right, but not great for us. Yeah, here looks like I'm honestly probably going to take Hugh. Hugh looks like the better prospect out of the 2 left tackles that I have. And look at that. Hidden dev, we'll take it, boys. Probably looking just to get some depth for us. And already most of our picks are gone in the 2nd round. This is just crazy. Might have to look at taking Quentin Stanford. I don't know how good this guy's going to look, but we'll take it. Normal dev, so we probably missed on that pick. Honestly, I don't remember last time I picked really deep in the draft, like with 29th pick. So it's kind of harder to draft when we're in this position. But let's see if we can find some steals in the draft. Not gonna lie, boys, I think I might trade the rest of my picks off because this draft is just horrible. I'm gonna trade with the Las Vegas Raiders to get their 3rd round pick next year and a 7th round pick. And my next pick, I'm gonna also trade that one, and then I'm gonna let the CPU sim it off. Looking to get a 4th round next year out of a shitty team. And Tampa Bay, look at that. Give me that pick. I'll take it for next year, baby. Looking at the draft, the left tackle we picked was the highest overall. We got 73 overall. Not horrible for a hidden dev guy. Quinn Stanford was 67 overall. I guess he'll be a good depth piece for us. All right, boys, into year 2, the Falcons. Let's take a look at the roster right now. Roster's looking pretty good. We got Amari Cooper, Drake London, both superstar wide receivers. And I just moved over Jake Matthews to right tackle so we can have our rookie play out this year. And in doing that, we're moving on from Caleb McGrady. We're going to trade him to the Buffalo Bills for Connor McGovern. Also, in doing that, we're going to trade Drew Dahlman since we have Connor McGovern. Connor McGovern, a little bit older, but also we have him hooked onto a longer deal. So we're going to get Kamari Lassiter and a 6th round pick from the Texans. Going over the defense, we didn't really add anyone except for Chris Barnes, just kind of like a depth pick, and Kamari Lassiter from the trade. I think this team is honestly looking pretty good. I'm probably going to switch Kamari Lassiter over to the right side, have him go one-on-one on the outside instead of Clark Phillips, because Clark Phillips is a little short. But I think that's enough to go over the team. Let's get right into year 2. Alrighty, boys. Week 8, and we're 1-5. Not looking great. It might be Kirk Cousins' time to go. We got another breakout wide receiver. Don't know who this might be Mooney. Yep, Darnell Mooney. Nice. We'll take it. We also got some trade offers in week 1 for Rondale Moore. Might have to look into these. No one crazy we could trade for. Trenton Simpson would be nice. Dawson Knox and a 3rd round pick. Hold up, boys. We might be cooking. 3rd round pick. I'm going to take that from the Buffalo Bills. Let's go see what's going on with this team. Well, I think I found the issue, and it's Kirk Cousins already in his 2nd year. He's 8 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 1,200 yards. Bijan not doing too bad. A little less efficient than last year, but it's all right. Amari Cooper showing out, 300 yards, and then the rest of the guys got 200. Defense also nothing crazy. Ruka Roro with 2.5 sacks. Looking to hopefully we can get that sack number up though. Interceptions, we only have 1 from DeMarco Hellams. And I think we're doing this a little bit earlier than we should, but really if Kirk Cousins is playing like that and it's been a full year behind Kirk Cousins, I think it's time to put Michael Penix Jr. in for the rest of the season. See how we can do. And I'm also looking to trade Dawson Knox and Tyler Algier. Taking some cap off for next year because I know we'll have to pay some big bucks. Let's see if we can get I would like a 3rd round pick out of these guys. And looks like the Broncos might be willing to do a trade with us. If we can get a 3rd round pick out of these guys, I would be happy. And there we go, boys. Stacking up for this year. But now that we've done that, let's sim to the end of the season and see how Michael Penix does with this roster. Year 2 is done. We sadly didn't make the playoffs. Wasn't really expected though. Let's see how good Michael Penix did in his 1st year starting. So he went 15 touchdowns and 14 interceptions. Oh my god. I don't even know, boys. We'll stick it out for one more year. But Bijan finished off with 1,300 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 4.5 yards per carry. Not horrible. Drake London had 967 yards, 4 touchdowns. Amari Cooper, 900 yards and 5 touchdowns. The rest of the guys had about 800. Defense looked a little bit better. Let's see how good we did on the sacks, but we had a lot of tackles from Chris Barnes. What a pickup from us. Sacks was 7 from Grady Jarrett, 6 from Ruka Rororo, 5 from Arnold Ebike, and not a lot from the rest of the dudes. Braylon Trice really took a step back this season. David Onyemata had 13 tackles for loss, and the rest of the guys had about under 10. Interceptions, we only had 1 from Clark Phillips, 1 from DeMarco Hamlins, and 1 from Kamari Lassiter. Not a great season for anyone, really. But it's a good thing we might have the first pick in the draft. Good thing we stacked up on draft picks, because we're going to be making some moves. Looking over at the yearly rewards, we had Lamar Jackson winning MVP. Looking over at Defensive Player of the Year, it was Brandon Ayuk. We had absolutely no one. Defensive Player of the Year was Michael Parsons. We had absolutely no one. Great. Offensive Rookie of the Year was Keith Parsons, a quarterback for the Saints, and we had absolutely no one, which I thought our left tackle might have made it. Defensive Player of the Year was Brian Thurman. We had no one. I don't even think we drafted defense except for that one dude. And we didn't get any other awards. So kind of a fall from grace. We went 11-6 last season, and now we are at 5-2 this season. Not the greatest. Looking to re-sign some players. I don't know who we have to re-sign. Oh, we got to re-sign. Okay, wait, hold on. 5th-year option from Drake May. Obviously, we got to do that. DL Ford, he can go. River McLeod can go. I think the rest of these guys can go. But we can easily sign AJ Terrell back. Not going to be hard for us. Give him a big contract. Best corner in the league. Obviously, we have to give him the best contract we can. That should be good. Perfect. Leaves us with about 19 million left. You know what? I might even just give DL Ford like a low risk deal. He's going to test out free agency. That's okay. Not a big deal. And it looks like we don't even have to worry about getting rid of Kirk Cousins. He's actually retired. So that turns out pretty good for us. Amari Cooper dropped down to superstar. Kind of sucks, but it's whatever. Definitely going to have to look into upgrading the defense. We also are releasing David Onyemata. No more David Onyemata. Probably might have to move Ruka Rororo into defensive tackle. That's where I'm thinking we're going to put him back at where he was. And I think we're also going to get rid of Grady Jarrett. Yeah, Grady Jarrett is taking up a lot of our cap. So I'm going to see if we can trade him away. If not, we'll look into releasing him. And it looks like the Washington Commanders are offering us Eric Veal. I think I'm going to take it, honestly. Grady Jarrett. See you later, man. All right, we got to look at loading this roster up with some superstars to get Michael Penix up further. Looking at the lineup right now, it doesn't look like we really need to upgrade anything, though. Morale's obviously down, so the guys aren't actually at their actual overall. So, honestly, looking at this offense now, it just looks like we just need some depth pieces, maybe. So, free agency, we're going to have to focus on some defensive tackles, anything defense, honestly. No one really. Like, just a bunch of old dudes, man. This is not going to help us. I think I'm fine on getting maybe a backup defensive guy to go behind Ruka Rororo, give him that starting job. Doesn't look like there's anyone crazy we can get. Andrew Van Ginkel, Matthew Judon, Khalil Mack. We might go and get Khalil Mack. Even though Khalil Mack's not really interested, we might go. Actually, he really wants a lot of money. I'm going to avoid that. I just don't even think there's anyone capable of pass rushing for us in free agency. So it kind of sucks. I'm going to honestly see if Khalil Mack wants to come to Atlanta for a year. Maybe we can get some production out of him. It would be nice, but I'm not expecting too much from him. Also might get some depth at right tackle because I know that Jake Matthews might be retiring soon. And I honestly think this is all we can really get from this free agency. There's no one really crazy that we can really get, so I'm not going to be putting all of our assets into it, knowing that we have to sign a bunch of guys next year. All right, still waiting on to get Khalil Mack. We're going to give him a low risk. Maybe that will get him to come here. There we go. And there we go. We got our guys. Now, let's get to this draft. Hopefully, this draft is really interesting. Honestly, this isn't looking like a bad draft. There's a lot of good, solid guys here. I marked down some of the guys I like, and I think I'm ready to start up the draft. But looking at mock draft 5, there's some guy that I really want, and I don't know if we're... There he is. Right here. Kenny Pritchett. I don't know if we're going to be able to get him. I want to see if maybe it's worth it trading up for them. He is, what is he, 6'4", 256, ran at 4'6". It's not horrible. Let's see who we're projected to get, and we're projected to get Andrew Pearman. I think this is one of the guys I was looking at too. 6'4", 260, ran a 4.8. Not the greatest speed. I think I might move up and try and get Penny Pritchett. The defensive tackle, see how good he is. Yeah, boys, it honestly might be good to move up in the draft to get that dude. I don't know if Pearman is the guy I want, but we'll see in the draft. So we're going to trade up with the Pats. We're going to trade our 3rd round pick and our 4th round pick. Let's see if they'll take that. And they do. That might be a little too much for him, but this is the guy I want. Colts go with Brandon Rogan, and we are going to take, hopefully, the next best pass rusher in Kenny Pritchett. Please be a god. 82 speed, 88 acceleration, and hidden dev. We'll take it, boys. Now, let's really hope that getting our pass rushers and our defense filled out really pushes us to the next level. Oh, and look at who's still here. Gerald Brown. I am taking you. Welcome to the Falcons, baby. Another hidden dev guy. Let's go. I didn't think that guy was going to drop to the 2nd round. Now, none of my favorites are available now, so I'll have to go searching through the draft to see if there is any guys that are worth taking and worth filling out our spots. Not many guys available right now. DeAndre Williams doesn't look like a bad corner. He's got B zone coverage and ARC man coverage, and he's also pretty fast. He ran a 4.4. I think I'm honestly going to take him. Just best player available. 93 speed, 85 change of direction, 93 acceleration, but he is a normal dev. Hopefully he's got a high overall. And honestly, with the last pick, I'm going to take Chris Sherman. No one else I really see. He just seems like he could be a good developmental player maybe. Normal dev, but 91 acceleration. That's not horrible. And then I think for the rest of the draft, boys, we're just going to sim it out and see who the CPU picks. Taking a look at the draft recap. Let's see how good we hit on these boys. 75 overall Pritchett, 76 overall Gerald Brown, 77 overall DeAndre Williams. Wow, what pickups we got there, baby. Chris Sherman, 62 overall, 81 speed, 91 acceleration. Not horrible, but not what you like to see out of that player. And honestly, CPU kind of filled out our squad. Let's get it right into year 3, boys. Alright, boys, this is how the team is looking after the draft. We got some pickups here with Veal, but really the team hasn't changed much for the offense. Michael Penix, let's see what he can get done this year. Defense is looking more stacked than ever. We picked up Khalil Mack in free agency, Gerald Brown and Pritchett from the draft. We got Williams starting over Phillips. Now we probably got the deepest cornerback room in the NFL. And with that being said, the deepest cornerback room may be no more. Kamari Lassner, Jake Matthews in a 3rd round pick. We're going to see if we can pick up Byron Murphy. I'm going to see if I can get a better pick out of this. I'm looking to get maybe a 4th out of this. That would be good with me. And it does happen. We get Byron Murphy. That defensive line is stacked now. So we got Ruko Rororo at defensive tackle, Byron Murphy at right end, Gerald Brown at left end. Pritchett, obviously we're going to start him over Arnold Ebike. Khalil Mack on the right side. This team is looking amazing, boys. Dimmed on over to mid-season, and boys, we're 5-2. Looking really good. We got a weekly award one. Let's see who this is. Michael Penix, 2 passing touchdowns, 383 yards. We'll take it. I'm guessing he's having a pretty good season from the way our record looks. Let's get our upgraded players in. Now let's take a look at our stats for our last year. Michael Penix, already at 19 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and 1,800 yards. That's not bad. I would like to see the interceptions go down, but hey, looking pretty good. Bijan Robinson looks this is probably the best he's looked in all the seasons, so this is looking good, boys. This is promising. Kyle Pitts up there with the most receiving yards on our team with 5 touchdowns too. Darnell Mooney also has 5 touchdowns. Defense, we got 3 sacks from Khalil Mack and then 1 sack from everyone else. Hopefully we can get those sacks up, because that will be a big thing for our Super Bowl run. Clark Phillips has 2 interceptions, so does Jesse Bates. We also have an interception from Khalil Mack and DeMarco Hellams. I mean, not very much to go over right now. Let's just sim on to the end of the season, boys. And we go 10-7. Would have liked to have some wins, more wins, but hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. Let's see how we did. Michael Penix is in the top 2 for passing leaders. He also had 39 touchdowns. Let's check out the full stats here. So he was 2nd in the league for touchdowns, 2nd in the league for passing yards, 15 interceptions. Would have liked to see that a little less of that, but hey, doing crazy this year. 1,300 yards from Bijan and 15 touchdowns. Drake London also had 1,100 yards. We had a lot of 1,000-yard receivers, and oh my God, Mooney had 14 touchdowns. Pitts had 12. This is a crazy season. Defense, let's hope it's the same for you guys. 7.5 sacks from Byron Murphy. Would have liked to see more out of our rookies. They didn't really do much. Interceptions wide, we had 3 interceptions for Jesse Bates, 3 for Clark Phillips, 2 for AJ Terrell, 1 for Khalil Mack, DeMarco Hamlins, and Micah Abernath. I think that's how you say his name. But hey, not a bad season, boys. Not a bad season. This is the type of season we needed for our last one. And it looks like even though Kenny Pritchett didn't have a crazy season, he's actually an X-Factor player. So I guess we'll take it. And with Gerald Brown, I think he might be a superstar. No, it looks like he just might. He's on star dev left end. So hey, a star and a superstar, we'll take it, man. Looking at the lineup for the playoffs, Bijan Robinson's a 93 overall. Michael Penix is more. Got +2 from Morrell, so he's an 80 overall. Kyle Pitts is a 94 overall. Pritchett is an X factor. We'll take it. We'll take it. All the boys are looking good. 99 overall, Jesse Bates. Boys, last season, let's see if this defense can hold up our offense, and let's see if our offense can get the job done. Skipped over our first offensive drive, didn't get anything, and then we score in our next one. We didn't get the PAT, though, from Younghoe Koo. Come on, man. We can't be doing this. Defense is holding their end up. 6-0 right now. Would like to see it. There we go. Another touchdown. And they get their first touchdown of the game. Get another one. Yes. 21-7, boys. Fourth quarter. See if we can get this out. Let's go, boys. We got the W. First round done. Looking at our stats, Michael Penix didn't really throw for that many yards, but he had 2 touchdowns. Pretty efficient. Bijan Robinson had a pretty good game too with 68 yards. No touchdowns though. Drake London, 88 receiving yards. Kyle Pitts had 59, but 2 touchdowns. Defensively, we had half a sack, 1.5 sacks from Byron Murphy, 1 sack from Khalil Mack, and then half a sack from Kenny Pritchett. And we also had an interception from DeAndre Williams, our rookie cornerback. Let's go, boys. Heading into the divisional round, we play the Packers. Boys, they're 13-4, so I'm a little scared for this game. Oh my God, look at their top 3. Jair Alexander, Josh Jacobs, and Kendrick Rogers, whoever Kendrick Rogers is. They score their first drive, not a good look. Let's see if we can score our first drive, and we don't. See if our score our next one, we don't. Come on, we got to score our next one, though. We're holding them off, but we're not able to score. Defense is doing a good job. About to be the second quarter. We scored just as the second quarter ends. That's good. High game right now. They get a field goal. If we can get a touchdown here, nice. Let's go. Falcons are holding up their own end. It's 14-7 now. They go down and score. They hold them off. That should be game. That is game. Let's go. The Falcons beat the 13-4 Packers. No way. Taking a look at the stats, Michael Penix didn't have a great game. He had a touchdown and an interception with a 76 passer rating. Bijan had an amazing game. 82 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's perfect from him. We had a touchdown from Kyle Pitts and 89 yards from Amari Cooper. Defensively, we had half a sack from Clark Phillips and half a sack from Byron Murphy. Nothing too crazy. And we also had an interception from AJ Terrell. Nice. Well, let's move on to the conference finals, boys. And we meet again. The Dallas Cowboys, 13-4. Hey, we took down one 13-4 team. Let's see if we can do it again. They score their first drive. Not a good look for us. We don't score our next drive. Hopefully we can get something going. Maybe. Come on. Yes, that's good. Stop them. And we stop them. It's 7-7. Can we score? We're up. And we get a stop. Come on. Get another touchdown. Boys, we're up 21-7. And they just scored. Okay, I got to hold my breath here. Come on, we scored again. That's game, boys. No way we beat 2 13-4 teams to move on. That is insane. Michael Penix just doing Michael Penix things, man. Michael Penix had 261 yards and a touchdown. Let's see if Bijan had a good game. Bijan, oh my God. I mean, 46 yards is not crazy, but 2 touchdowns, we'll take it. Kyle Pitts had 82 yards, and Drake London had the touchdown for us. Defense, caps off to you, man. We didn't let up that much. Didn't let up that many points. We had half a sack from Kenny Pritchett and half a sack from DeAndre Williams. Nice. No interceptions, though. But we're not done yet, boys. We're off to the Super Bowl. And it looks like we're up against the Sim Gods, Kansas City Chiefs. Oh gosh, boys. Another 13-4 team. Let's see if we can make the legendary run and beat 3 13-4 teams. I'm praying to God we can. They start off with ball and get a touchdown. We also get a touchdown, so that's looking good. They get a touchdown their next drive. We don't. Come on, boys. Get a nut. Nice. Let's go. We hold them off. Is that an interception? Interception from DeAndre Williams. Let's go. But we don't capitalize off of it. Come on. Get us a field goal. Not able to get a field goal. That's horrible. We score a touchdown, though. We need that. They also score a touchdown. That's great. We somehow turn over the ball. I'm going to go. No, I'm not going to go in yet. We don't get anything done there. Come on, we need another touchdown. Nice. They get a touchdown, though. 2-minute drill, boys. Let's get in there. I mean, for a Super Bowl game, I thought we would have picked better jerseys, but it's whatever. Darnell Mooney wide open. He didn't drop the ball. Let's go, boys. Moving up the chains, baby. So we don't necessarily need a touchdown here, but it would be nice if we get a touchdown here. See if we can get the Chiefs to waste their timeouts, obviously. Would be nice if we can. Kyle Pitts wide open, another first down. Let's chew that clock, baby. Bijan not able to get past the line of scrimmage. Not looking good for a rushing attack. Let's stay off with the passing. Might be able to get Kyle Pitts here. Where was that ball going? I think we should probably block our running back here. Wide open. Darnell Mooney, 4th and 5. Do we go for it? For all the marbles. Wide open. No, Michael Penix missed it. Michael Penix, no. He was wide open for a touchdown. No. What a sad way to end off the season, boys. But I can't be mad. Michael Penix was against... he went against 3 13-4 teams and beat 2 of them. I'll take it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this rebuild. If you guys have any rebuild suggestions, let me know down in the comments below. I'm thinking about probably doing the Colts next, but let me know what you guys are thinking. And if you guys enjoy content like this, make sure you subscribe. I'm going to be trying to upload a rebuild a week, maybe 2 rebuilds a week. Hopefully, if I can get that done, that would be really nice. Also, would be appreciated if you guys left a like. Looking to get around 15 likes for this video. But that's everything for me, boys. Hope you boys enjoy your day. See ya.